Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Kasim Mustafa. This is Health is Wealth, only on JamiaTv. Tonight, we are talking about a topic that often creates fear, confusion, and many unanswered questions about tumor markers and their role in cancer care. What exactly are tumor markers? How are they diagnosed? And why are doctors increasingly relying on them when it comes to detecting and monitoring cancer? Before we even talk about causes or treatment, it's important to first understand this foundation because many people panic when they hear the word tumor without really knowing what it means. To help us unpack this clearly, we are honored to be joined by Dr. Fanuel Munialo, a medical laboratory officer from Bloom the Habu Cancer Center, someone with an experience in diagnosing cancer cases. So without much ado, let's get into conversation. Daktari, karibu sana and feel most welcome.
Thank you very much, Kasim.
Yes.
And thank you much for this opportunity to be here to talk about health and more specifically about the cancer care. So first of all, to begin with, just as you've said, I am Fanuel Munialo.
Yes.
I am a medical laboratory officer by profession.
Yes.
I work with Bloom the Habu Cancer Center.
Yeah.
Bloom the Habu Cancer Center is located in Nairobi, Upper Hill at 5th Ngong Avenue. There's our location, and we've specialized in cancer diagnosis, management, and also counseling services when it comes to patients who are affected by cancer.
Okay. So what exactly are cancer tumors or tumors?
So
let's talk about tumor markers. What exactly are they?
Oh, thank you. So first of all, to understand tumor markers, somebody needs to understand what is a tumor.
Yeah.
There are two terms, a tumor and a cancer.
Yes.
These are two terms that seemingly look the same, but they are totally different.
Okay.
So we need to understand what is a tumor. Basically, a tumor is any abnormal growth.
Okay.
Yes, in the body.
Okay.
So a tumor might be benign or malignant. So when we say benign, simply means it's not cancerous.
Sasa benign, tuende pole pole kwa sababu sasa it's now time to understand the scientific terms and scientific terminologies. Sasa you take me slow because I'm now learning and our viewers back at home are also learning.
Yes.
So you said there are two
types.
Two types
of
tumors. Okay.
We have malignant
and
we have benign.
Yes. So malignant ndo gani in a simple term and benign ni gani in another simple terms. Yes.
So when we say benign, we simply means it's not cancerous. It's just an abnormal growth.
Okay.
Take an example, maybe any part of your organ is growing rapidly. Okay. So it's just growing, but it's not cancerous.
Okay.
And when we say it's malignant, so
okay.
Now this is what we mean. It's now a cancer.
Tulia hapo.
Yes.
Malignant.
Yes.
Mimi, you know, before we even get deep into these types of cancer, because these tumors are the key reasons ama key factors zenye zinatusaidia tujue huyu person akona cancer ama hana cancer, right? And you know very well that there are different types of cancer. We talk about prostate cancer, we talk about breast cancer and other types of cancer, right? But now I want to understand, you said there are two types of tumors, malignant and benign.
Yes.
Sasa hizi examples za malignant and benign ndo watazamaji wetu wanataka kuelewa hizi benign kama nini kwa mwili. Yes, ama hii malignant ni kama nini kwa mwili. Yes, help us understand that before we move.
Okay, so before tuendelee, sasa when we talk about a benign tumor, this is just, like I said, it's just an abnormal growth.
Abnormal,
So,
yes.
yes, talk of a lipoma. That's a type of a tumor. So it's just growing rapidly.
Okay.
And when we talk of malignant condition, so like the ones you've mentioned,
Yes.
the likes of the breast cancer,
And
the likes of the prostate cancer.
Yes.
So those ones now we can say they are malignant conditions. It's
Okay.
not just an abnormal growth, but based upon diagnosis, it has been diagnosed and established that it's cancerous. There are different let's say reasons or characteristics that establish whether a tumor is cancerous,
Yes.
and or it's just benign. So that one we do, and we can now differentiate the two.
Maybe now another question: how do these tumors work in the body, and why is it important for a cancer center like your center?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, now let's come now to tumor markers. You know, tumor markers, these are just in a layman's language, I'll say these are substances produced in the body in response to a tumor or a cancer in that case. So these markers, they do not necessarily indicate that someone has a cancer.
Okay.
They are normal because some of them, they are actually used by the body for normal functioning of various body functions. So, but upon exceeding a certain level in the body is when now they become alarming. So basically, these tumor markers, they are not a direct indication that someone has a cancer. So what people need to understand that a tumor marker is just a marker, but they are normal because when it comes to maybe testing and diagnosis, you will find that they're always there in the body. But where it becomes now alarming is when they exceed a certain level. That is when it provokes more questions. So for investigations, yes.
Sasa, you've talked about different types of tumors, and you've also highlighted to us how important it is for people to test. But now, why do many people fear when they are told you have to go through the tests? Very many people fear this. Ukiwaambia bana, you'll have to test kwanza. For example, I heard of a patient with a prostate cancer. Kimwambia bana, itabidi umeenda upimwe kizazi ili tujue ni nini inasababisha ukienda kujisaidia mkojo unasikia uchungu. They are scared. Why?
I can say maybe what makes people to be scared is because we still have myths and misconceptions about cancer, about diagnosis. And that's why you'll find many people shy away or fear going to testing.
Yes.
One of the reasons that people will always fear is because they think cancer is a death sentence. So someone will, because of the fear of the unknown, someone doesn't want to test because they wonder, what if now they are diagnosed to have a cancer? What are they going to do? Because they know very well, once you are diagnosed now, that is it. That is like a death sentence. So that's one of the key reasons that make people fear testing.
Okay.
Yes.
Where does all these problems start? Where does tumors begin? We have to know where it starts from, kwa sababu sikuna factors zinasababisha tumor.
Yeah.
Sasa, what are these factors?
So there are many reasons or many causes that bring about that. Some are normal, some are abnormal. And for that case, the common causes, of course, right now, especially for cancers, are lifestyle.
Okay.
Some cancers are caused by lifestyle.
Lifestyle habits, okay.
Lifestyle habits. What we eat, what we do, yes, will always increase the risk factors for a cancer. Another thing, some cancers are hereditary, actually. And that's why family history usually comes in handy while diagnosing someone, because we'll always look at their family history. If maybe your parent, grandparent, or someone in your lineage had a cancer, you'll always find that these abnormalities are passed down to generations. So that is another reason. And another key thing is, like I had said about lifestyle, is about you get maybe someone is a heavy smoker, someone is a heavy drinker. You know, they affect the normal functioning of the body. Yes.
Sasa, I think now the topic is becoming interesting.
Yes.
And now, before we even get into diagnosis, treatment, and all that, I'm very much concerned about the risk factors. What might be the risk factors for these markers? Yes.
Some have already highlighted. That is now smoking.
Smoking, yes.
That's a risk factor. If you are a heavy smoker.
Yes.
Another one is...
You also talked about lifestyle habits.
Lifestyle habits.
Foods.
Yes. Okay. When it comes to foods, you get that the foods that we are consuming currently, they are the predisposing factors, because, like someone said, you are what you eat.
Okay.
Yes. What you eat is what makes up your body. So you get, especially for the urban population. By this, I don't mean the rural population is not affected, but the urban population, you get that everything they are consuming is either industrially made or it's genetically modified. And maybe somewhere you've seen there have been issues of genetically modified foodstuffs, yes, being sneaked into the country, maybe illegally. Yes. So you get these foods and the industrially processed foods.
Yes, yes, yes.
So these foods actually, you know, having been processed, they contain chemicals.
Yeah.
Some of them are toxic.
Yeah.
Talk of excessive consumption of maybe some any kind of food. Talk of sugar.
Yeah.
The other day we were hearing we had some sugar that had been brought in Kenya.
Yes.
With very high mercury levels.
Yes,
you know now, mercury
yes.
For such a thing, mercury is such a heavy metal. So, you know, when it gets into the body, obviously it's going to interfere with the normal functioning of the body. And now, that one now predisposes someone, because the body now will be trying, struggling to get back to its normal functioning. Okay. So it starts to affect the individual cells or the individual organs where these substances are.
Mashallah. That was a very, very, very nice answer. Yeah. And now I now want to understand the signs and symptoms of cancer now, because tumors are the determinant whether this person, tumor markers are the determinant of whether this person has cancer or not. So what are some of these symptoms that when someone sees these symptoms, you are likely to be having a certain type of cancer? Yeah.
So for that, you know, different cancers with different symptoms, just like any other disease, we have those symptoms that will always cut across.
Yes.
And we have those symptoms that are more specific to a certain type of cancer.
Yes.
Or depending where these symptoms are.
Yes.
Yes. So this one usually comes depending on the patient of how they are going to express. For instance, when we talk of breast cancer, which is becoming increasingly common among the women.
Yes.
So some of the common symptoms for such, you'll get maybe there's an abnormal growth or enlargement of your breasts.
Yes.
By that I don't mean enlargement of a breast necessarily mean. So maybe it's
directly
abnormal.
means breast cancer. Okay.
Yeah,
Go on.
so maybe it's abnormal.
Yeah.
You realize all of a sudden it's just growing, or you realize when you look at yourself, you realize one breast is big, another one is small.
Yes.
You'll realize maybe some lumps, or there are some unusual discharge from your breast. You are not breastfeeding, but you say a discharge from your breast.
Yeah.
That provokes question. Another thing is, for instance, cervical cancer. Cervical cancer for a woman, maybe you'll notice this unusual discharge. It's foul smelling, it's painful. Yes. And also maybe now general symptoms now, which may not be necessarily provoke question for a type of cancer. You will get maybe all of a sudden you are just fatigued almost every time. Unexplained fever.
Yeah.
Unexplained loss of appetite. Unexplained maybe loss of weight. Yeah, it's just happening all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Before we take a very short break,
Yes.
I want us to understand now you've been with Bloom, the Herbal Cancer Center, which you said is located in Upper Hill, Nairobi. What are the most common cancer diagnoses that you experience, you as being one of the laboratory officer? Yes, what are the most common types of cancers that you experience at your centers?
Currently, the most common types that we are having are cervical cancer, breast cancer, cancer of the prostate, throat cancer, and colorectal.
Okay.
Those are the ones that are affecting the greater population. Yeah.
Very many people will always want to understand the main causes for all these types of cancer, but I think we'll create more time. We talk about it in our future shows, because cervical cancer is just a cancer on its own.
Yes.
So it has its own characteristics, its own symptoms, its own whichever it will be. We also have cancer of prostate, which mostly affects men.
Yeah.
90% affects men. We will also need to understand cervical is for women.
Yes.
Prostate is for men. Breast cancer for women, but also affects men. Because it doesn't mean that men doesn't have breasts. You have men who are affected directly by breast cancer. And we also have one last cancer that you mentioned. We have cervical throat.
Yes.
Yes. Some of us are used to meals which are affecting us. It can even be hot meal which are affecting us. So inshallah, we'll create time, we'll learn more about these types of cancers by the help of you and other medical officers and doctors. We will help our viewers back at home to understand exactly what these types of cancers are. I want us to think about this. If you are experiencing an abnormal growth, either at the back, either at the throat, either any form of an abnormality anywhere, it's always to go and check and know what exactly is happening. I want us to end it here because there is a lot to discuss, but time really cannot allow us. When we meet in our next episode, we will understand how diagnosis of cancer is done, why tumor markers are used, and the possible solution. Because of course, we have to understand that despite us having this challenge, we also have the solution.